Hello, everyone, for April the 26th, Tuesday, 2016. I think everyone here on YouTube, they kind of like a good conspiracy theory, but what I'm about to share with you, let me ask you something. Is this really a theory, a conspiracy theory? Or do we have a cover-up taking place? And is this about a dose of reality? I'm talking about Flint, Michigan, and the Flint water crisis. Now, we are all aware of what has taken place within the city of Flint with the lead poisoning and children and adults coming down with lead poisoning. It's made world news headlines. I live 10 minutes from the city of Flint, Michigan. I'm right in the middle of the controversy. What's going on in the city of Flint? But do we have a cover-up taking place? Are people being silenced? Are people dropping dead that have ties to the Flint water crisis? Now, there has been a major cover-up from the governor on down to the city officials and to the employees of the Flint water treatment plant, the politicians. And now they're being taken to task. They're being hauled into the courtrooms. But people are dropping dead. I want to talk first about Matthew McFarland. He was 43 years old, only 43 years old. We're going to take a look at him first. And this has all happened in weeks of one another. 43 years old, he was found by a friend dead in his Otter Lake home. Let's take a look first at Matthew McFarland. Then we're going to take a look at two other victims that have fallen prey. And is it a cover-up? Are they being silenced? We're going to take a look at Sasha Ivana Bell, 19 years old, found murdered, shot in the head, along with her friend, 19-year-old Sakura Renee Reed. You're going to come to find out that Sasha Ivana Bell was one of the first to file a major lawsuit against the city of Flint, 6 lawsuits. And you're going to find that Matthew McFarland, only 43 years old, did he just fall over dead for no reason? He happened to be the foreman at the Flint water plant. Let's take a look at, first let's take a look at Matthew McFarland. Now, first, let's take a look at Matthew McFarland. I want to take you to Flint, Michigan. It's a local radio station, 101.5, Flint's Rock Radio. And they've got an article out, April 25th, 2016. Some believe recent deaths are part of a Flint water crisis cover-up. And I'm asking that same question here. You say cover-up, police line do not cross. People die in Flint every day. But the details of 3 people connected to the Flint water crisis have some saying is part of a cover-up. Is there any weight to those claims? Within days of each other, 3 residents linked to the Flint water crisis turned up dead. One murdered and the other under mysterious circumstances. The proximity of the 2 deadly incidents and their victims' connections to the crisis have locals and several national media outlets alleging that something deeply sinister may be afoot. And here, let's look at Matthew McFarland. The first death was that of 43-year-old Flint water treatment plant foreman at the water treatment plant. Matthew McFarland on Saturday, April 16th, according to the Lapeer County Sheriff Department, he was found unresponsive by a friend at his Otter Lake home. There were no signs of foul play, and his autopsy did not reveal a cause of death either. So authorities are awaiting a toxicology report. Now, 43 years old, foreman of the water treatment plant, and there were 3 others that were already indicted. Was he a whistleblower? Was he going to go and testify? And all of a sudden, how does a 43-year-old man just fall over dead? Let's look at a little bit more information on Matthew McFarland. I'll share a little bit of this with all of you. Flint water treatment plant foreman was found dead days before 3 of his colleagues were charged over the city's contaminated water crisis. Water treatment plant foreman Matthew McFarland was found dead in his home on April the 16th by a friend who went to visit him. Autopsy was conducted but did not determine immediate cause of death. Authorities are waiting on toxicology reports before releasing more details. McFarland's death comes after 3 men were charged in a water crisis. Michael Glasgow, Stephen Bush, and Michael Prisby. Charged Wednesday, the trio are accused of falsifying testing data downplaying Flint's water crisis. Prisby and Bush are charged with misleading a federal health inspector. Pair are implicated in lying about city using corrosion control on its pipes. Charges are first to come from a city water crisis, but more could follow. And I have to wonder, was McFarland 43 years old, and he just drops dead for no apparent reason? Was he tied in somehow? Was he supposed to testify? Maybe receive immunity for his testimony? And we're going to go in a moment. We're going to take a look at, there are 2 other deaths. One of Sasha Ivana Bell and Sakura Renee Reed, both tied in with the Flint water crisis, and 3 now dead. Now let's take a look at the story behind the murder, and this is confirmed murder of Sasha Ivana Bell and her friend Sakura Renee Reed. First, let's take a look at the picture of McFarland. Matthew McFarland, the foreman of the water treatment facility in the city of Flint. And let's take a look at Sasha Ivana Bell. And then we're going to continue on with the article. All right, moving right along. First, we've got Matthew McFarland, only 43 years old, and he's found unresponsive. He's dead at his Otter Lake home. He was found by a friend. Autopsy reports haven't revealed anything. They're waiting on toxicology reports. Well, he just so happened to be the foreman at the water treatment plant in Flint, Michigan. Now we've got 2 other deaths. The second and third deaths were those of 19-year-olds Sasha Ivana Bell and Sakura Renee Reed, who were both murdered. No doubt about this. They were murdered, shot in the head at Bell's apartment on April 19th. What is the connection? Bell was one of the first to file a lawsuit in the Flint water crisis, claiming that her child had been lead poisoned by the city. Bell's 1-year-old child was discovered unharmed in the apartment when police arrived on the scene. An 18-year-old Flint man, Malik Emmanuel Thornton, has been arrested in connection with the double homicide and is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Now here's what people are saying. McFarland worked at the Flint Water Department and was reportedly wanted for questioning, here we go, in the ongoing investigation. Yes, the investigation is still ongoing and has only resulted in 3 people being charged thus far, all of which were announced on April 20th. Did McFarland have some information that would have been pertinent to the ongoing investigation? Did he have definite proof that someone knowingly exposed Flint to unsafe water? This is all speculation now, but these are exactly the kinds of questions being asked in the local and the national media. Now on to Bell. Her lawsuit was against 6 companies and 3 government employees, both former and current, in connection to the Flint water crisis. There isn't much mystery as to how or why people are questioning the truth behind Bell's murder. Had McFarland not passed under suspicious circumstances just days earlier, maybe it wouldn't seem so bizarre, but he did, and it does seem like an extremely unusual coincidence. And goes on to talk about people, they do die. In the city of Flint, murder, probably the most murders in the nation, and what I look at is the murder of the homeless, because we have our homeless ministry in Flint and Pontiac, and just recently a homeless gentleman, Gary Nagy, was stomped to death by some thugs and gang members in the city of Flint, and the homeless are falling prey to the elements and to starvation and dehydration. And it was last year that on the front porch in Pontiac, Michigan, a homeless gentleman that we had come to know froze to death. He found shelter on someone's front porch in a neighborhood in Pontiac, and he froze to death. So murder is not uncommon in the city of Flint. Drugs, gangs, violence against the homeless. But here we have 3 murders, 3 deaths. First, Matthew McFarland, 43 years old. And what is the connection with the Flint water crisis? Was he going to be called in to testify? He just so happened to be the foreman of the water treatment plant. And Sasha Ivana Bell and her friend Sakura Renee Reed, 19 years old. Now, Miss Bell had filed a major lawsuit against the city of Flint because of her child being poisoned by lead poisoning. The child was unharmed, 1-year-old baby, and she, along with her 19-year-old friend, were murdered. I'll be right back and we'll wrap this up. And in closing, I would like to leave all of you with this. Something seems just way beyond a coincidence. Do you think there's foul play involved here? Is this a cover-up? Far more than a conspiracy? Are people being silenced within the city of Flint that have ties to the water crisis? Let me know your comments below in the comment section, and please share this video. Get this video spread around.